morning, everyone. Well, my name is Richard, and I'm the career counselor here. And quickly, I want to introduce our faculty here. So this morning, we have Ms. Amreen Sabah, who holds a bachelor's degree in engineering, and she has done MTech in computer science. She has presented her papers on IoT at national level conference, and she has won many awards as best paper presenter. She is well-trained professional on IoT, which is a specialization course in BCA and CCDS. She is currently working as a professor handling BCA in IoT and cloud computing and digital science. Welcome, ma'am. Right, and moving on, we have Mr. V. Shankar Kumar. In short, we call him VSK sir, and he's a very well-known and famous for his experience and his expertise. He has done masters in commerce and holds as much as 34 years of experience in teaching profession. He is highly specialized in handling accounting papers, taxation, statistics, and quantitative techniques. He is currently working as professor handling BBA and BCom, also with professional course like CA and CS. Welcome, sir. And with us, we also have Mr. George William, and he holds 16 years of experience, and he has done his masters in commerce and also MPhil, and currently he holds a position of a professor in our institution here and handles PUC and also degree undergraduation students, and he is a professor for specialization course on BBA. We have fashion and modeling management and communication and media management, so he handles those subjects. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Right. So we will now quickly move on to our panel discussion, and so there will be a set of questions that we would ask the faculties, and they would be answering a couple of questions for us. And afterwards, we will open the panel for any questions from your side. Okay, VSK sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the eligibility criteria to take a professional course?
So, for professional courses, we have in India, there are 3 professional courses basically. One is Chartered Accountancy course, other one is a company secretary, other one is a CMA, Cost and Management Accounting. And for all these courses, preferably PU Commerce students are eligible. And usually the cutoff is 50%. So, 50% and above are eligible to take up the professional courses in India. But in spite though cutoff is 50%, I promise that success is noticed only with a higher percentage students. So, hence I prefer 70 and above for the professional courses.
So, you prefer 70 and above percentage is preferable to take up this course. Right. So, thank you very much for answering that question, sir. So, what are the different scopes available for a young graduate, like after they complete the course? For a young graduate, what type of scope they have in the future?
There is after undergraduation.
Yeah, after the undergraduation.
See, after undergraduation, especially there is a confusion among, as the madam said, with everyone, whether BCom or BBA. There is the biggest confusion. But what I advise is to take this undergraduate courses depending on what is their plan for the future. Like if a student is planning to go for a marketing field, finance field, we advise them to go for BBA. And if a student is interested in the banking, finance and also insurance, we prefer BCom. But nowadays BCom and BBA put together, they have a vast opportunity. That means they can go in any field. So hence it makes very less difference when you come to this undergraduation course with the BCom or BBA, because after doing the BCom also you can go for MBA, and after doing BBA also you can go for MBA and also for MCom, as there is a different routes are available, and I do not think there is much difference in taking up the BCom and BBA. But preferably if a student is planning to do MBA particularly, then I advise them to go for BBA. Otherwise, students go for BCom.
Right. Thank you, sir. So what is the duration of course for students who opt for professional course like CA or CS?
For professional courses, actually the duration depends, and here there is a track of doing professional courses. We advise the students to take up the professional courses from PU level itself. From PU level itself. So if they want to reduce the study duration, they have to take up the professional courses along with the PU. So by the time they complete their 10 plus 2, they will be completing all the foundation courses. And by the time they complete the undergraduation course, at least they can finish 75% of the professional courses. So the right time to reduce the duration of the study is to take up the professional courses along with the PU. But parents and students normally won't agree for this, because PU is also important. How can a professional courses can be taken along with the PU? But I had trained many students in this way parallelly, so that they can reduce their study duration. So hence, along with the PU, I advise, if not possible, along with a degree undergraduation course also, they can take up these professional courses.
Okay. So in case if some students who have completed their PUC and they still wish to take up a professional course, they can still have the opportunity to do it from the very first year of their degree.
Yes,
right.
They can have, and there is one more provision, like if you have completed your PU, then student can go directly for the next levels after completion of the degree. But while studying degree, they have to write the foundation courses. So even along with the degree also, they can write the foundation examination for all the 3 professional courses I stressed.
So moving forward, what next after degree, sir? I mean, so now for a student who have opted for professional courses, so these 3 years, what will they learn, and what will be there for the after they completing those 3 years of degree?
After completing now, as per NEP policy, is a 4 years degree.
Okay.
After
so is 4 years a mandatory thing for a student to take it up, or
no? They can.
Is it optional?
If they do for 4 years, they will get honors degree.
Okay.
Otherwise, they will get graduation after 3 years.
Okay.
So whether they study this undergraduation course in the new policy either for 3 years or 4 years, as soon as they complete that, the options available are like either they can go for job or they can continue their studies. If they would like to go for job, definitely both for BBA and BCom, openings are available in almost all the forms, either in finance or insurance. And they can take up MBA, MCom, again CMA, then we have a BTA course, that is Bachelor of Tax and Accounting courses.
Right.
And also they have a course on architecture, which is most important for life valuations. Like this, they can select the various courses in the same field, which is a continuation of the BCom and BBA. And coming to professional courses, as I said, they'll stick on to that line only.
Okay.
They don't deviate. They have to continue their studies until they complete final. They're going the same track. And for BCom and BBA, they have wide opportunity to study if they don't want to opt for job.
Right.
If they opt for job also, they have a wide openings after degree. But I always suggest the students who complete the undergraduation to add post-graduation for their qualification, then try for job, so openings will be very nice for them.
Right. Okay. Any questions, ma'am, with relations to BCom, BBA? So we will probably give you a chance to ask any questions even later, or if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them. Like I think you had a question about statistics.
Statistics. Ma'am, statistics is a very excellent field. Once they complete, MSc in statistics, they or else they can go for data science also, data analytics. Lot of scopes are there, and statistics is one of the best paper, and also the professors available for statistics is very less. They are on demand, and even they are offered with a very good salary for statistics. One who complete MSc in statistics.
Right. Right. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, is there any kind of a placement opportunities for students after completing their professional courses or BCom, BBA?
Yeah, in fact, now this undergraduation courses, just after undergraduation course, getting a job would be tough. So if they add a certification programs, so as we know, our college introduced a certification program called CBBFI. that is certification program in banking, finance and insurance. It's a 100 hours free course offered to undergraduate students taking about both BCom and BBA. If they complete the certification courses, certainly they have an edge over their peers, and opportunity of getting a job in this banking, finance and insurance is 95% assured. That is what the survey says on this certification course, which is offered by Bajaj Finance Service, where our college has taken a tie-up with that institution, and we are offering this course free of cost to undergrad students who are getting enrolled in Cresta.
Okay, so you mean to say while they're doing this course, they have the certification courses also?
100 hours certification course
Okay.
that adds to their profile to get job quickly after undergraduation.
Right. Right, so thank you very much, sir. In case if there is anything, I will come back to you. Thank you so much. Now moving on, we will speak to George, sir. Sir, you are handling the specialization course in CMM and MFM. So would you like to give a quick view about your specialization course that you handle?
Sir, as you said that regarding this specialization courses in BBM, that is in BBA, we have the MFM as well as CMM. So MFM is nothing but the modeling and fashion management. So this is a 3-year UG program, or now in NEP it has become 4 years, right, and in which the students have been taught regarding the subjects of modeling, then fashion management as well as the general management. So here the designers for this fashion lovers, that is it is a knack for the business, as well as a BBA in modeling and fashion management is a specialized program where we can see that it is a tightly integrated with the industry and the techniques, that is the students about all the subjects, they are related to all aspects of the subjects related to the world of fashion. And this program starts with a foundation of business studies, that is in pure level, we have the business studies as a subject. So with that we start with this particular course. So in the areas of such as organizational behavior, then we have the law, economics, then finance and accounting, marketing as well as operational management. So these are some of the subjects they are going to study in the UG programs. So specialized courses in this fashion management curriculum is very much important because it includes the fashion history as well as the trend forecasting, then retail as well as the wholesale management, brand management and store planning and merchandising, global sourcing and retail finance. So all these are the important concepts they are going to learn in this specialization course called as the modeling and fashion management. And especially the students, what will they gain if they take up this particular course? So students will gain practical knowledge and skills through applied projects, during which they will be developing the process of products from the idea, that is through the execution of that particular subjects. So students will also develop the business plans and they will apply in the classroom, learning in fashion industry analysis, then financial management and e-commerce assignments. So that will stimulate to the latest challenges which have been faced in the fashion industries.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And so what is the eligibility criteria to do this specialization course in BBA?
The eligibility criteria, sir, for this is 10+2. That is, they should have passed 10+2 in any stream, that is especially in commerce as well as in science.
Can a science students also?
Yes, even a science student can also opt for this particular specialization courses, but they will not be having so much of idea because the students who are learned in PUC about commerce, they will be having a lot of advantage rather than the science student, but still even they can also come up with this specialization course, the science students, because even from the scratch they will be giving the knowledge and the skills will be imparted to them.
So what is the scope for them after they complete this 3 years of or 3 or 4 years of undergraduation course?
Once they complete this particular course, that is the CMM, that is the CMM as well as MFM specialization courses, so they can go for higher studies like in MBA in fashion designing, fashion modeling. So various opportunities are there also. So higher studies also is there for them in MBAs, as well as they can also have a very good career opportunities. They get lot of career opportunities, job in various companies. Yeah, various companies they will be taking or hiring this kind of students.
What are the kind of jobs they'll get, sir, once they complete this?
Once they complete, they will be getting like in marketing field, they will be getting the marketing managers, event managers, then program managers. Then if you go for the media and communication field, there we can see that they will be in the field of in the television sectors, or it may be the media sectors, newspapers, advertisements. So there is vast scope in this particular field also.
Well, sir, thank you so much. And so do you have any kind of campus selection for the students?
Yeah, most of the companies, they come here and they will be having the campus placements also, such as like we have the Infosys or Wipro companies, big the media companies, so multinational companies we can say. So even those will be giving opportunities for the students.
Well, thank you, sir. Now, I would like to ask a couple of questions to Amreen ma'am. Ma'am, what is your area of expertise, or could you briefly describe your specialization course or the course that you are handling?
We have specializations in BCA known as IoT and CCDS. Now, what is IoT? IoT is nothing but Internet of Things, and CCDS is nothing but cloud computing and digital science, that is data science basically. Now, how is IoT specialized? Now, IoT is nothing but connecting things with internet and giving life to it. Now, for example, you have a smartwatch. Smartwatch is connected to internet. Okay, smartwatch is connected to the internet. It has been trained. You have added sensors to it. So what happens? A smartwatch detects how many steps you walked. It counts the calories and gives you the approximate or exact calculation of how much you walked, how much calories you've burnt, and every other details. So that is the concept of IoT. You will have real world examples. You will have a lot of sensors that you will be working on. You will have many boards that you will be working on. So this is the concept of IoT. So a student taking up IoT specialization program will learn all of this. Will learn how to play with the boards, with the sensors, and how to integrate these sensors on the board and how to make it work. Now, when it comes to cloud computing and digital science or data science, what happens is whatever data we have, it is all stored in cloud. Not like earlier we had only servers, now we have clouds where we store the data. Now, what happens is why cloud computing and data science or digital science go hand in hand is because data is stored in cloud and it is crowded. Data is completely crowded. Now, what happens is you will have to organize this data, you will have to categorize this data, and you will have to take out assumptions or approximations out of that data. So, there comes cloud computing and digital science or data science. So, you basically play around with the data and generate conclusions out of that. Now, for example, I will give you an example. If you have tried to book a flight ticket, if you have tried to book a flight ticket and you haven't actually booked the ticket, so the next time you open a website or the Chrome browser, you will get suggestions on discounts of flight tickets. Now, how is that happening? It is because of the data that is stored in your the data taken from your browser. So, this data will be analyzed by a person called data scientist, and accordingly the suggestions will be given. So, this is how the CCDS is going to be specialized with the cloud computing, and IoT is a stream where you work with sensors and boards.
Sounds very interesting. I mean, IoT stands for Internet of Things. So, it's basically you're connecting a device or something through the internet and make it more functional.
From whatever location you want, you can access the inbox of your Gmail. How is that possible? All your emails are stored in the cloud, and that is where you can have access from the cloud throughout the globe.
Super. So, ma'am, why should a student choose this specialization course?
Now, why is specialization important? Now, you have BCA intensive as well. Now, in BCA intensive, you will learn little of everything. Now, you will learn little of sensors, very little of Python, very little about data and working with the data. But what happens is you will have very little knowledge on everything. So, you are not totally summed up into one particular whole thing. Specialization programs give you the freedom of entering into a particular stream and mastering that stream entirely. So if you take up your interest, if you have interest in sensors, so you can only work in sensors and on boards, and you can create something of your own. That is the power of specialization courses. Instead of learning something from every stream and diverting yourself from here to there every time, if you have a specialized course like IoT or CCDS, what you can do is you can put your focus on one thing for the entire 4 years and actually come up with something as a whole at the end of your 4 years.
So ma'am, as a student, what are my career options immediately after graduating from BCA?
So the career options exactly after graduating BCA would be, the first would be software engineer, where you will be taken as a developer of various languages that you have learned. One will be that option. Second, you can be a system design engineer. Now when you take up IoT, so, BCA in IoT, now the challenge will be like in a small spot. Now since we are talking about smartwatches from the previous session, so when we have a smartwatch, how big is a smartwatch? It is this big, and we'll have to fit a board and the sensors and everything else in that small space. Now a system engineer will try and figure out how to make everything clubbed and make that compact. So you will be getting that opportunity as well, and you will have one more opportunity called a system tester, where you will be testing the codes developed by the developer to find out maximum bugs that can be there, so that the system can be free of bugs when exactly the product has been developed. So these are a few roles that I can name, but there are many various roles one can take up after completing BCA.
Right. So this question again will be, as a student, what will be my career options immediately after I graduate from BCA in cloud computing and digital science?
So when we take up BCA in CCDS, that is cloud computing and digital science. So as I told you, we are going to have data in the cloud and we are organizing that data. So basically you will be able to take up the role of a data scientist. Okay. So what the role of the data scientist will be to take up the data and to organize the data. The data will be scrambled, it will be unorganized. You will have to organize the data and take conclusions out of that data. So the immediate role that you can think of is a data scientist and database engineer. Okay. All these roles come in the context of BCA and CCDS stream, and this is immediately, if you are graduating, you will be able to get these chances and more chances of working in the industry. But if you are planning on doing masters, you can do masters in data scientist. So there is a program specialized for that as well. So you can take up that also as after your graduation.
Ma'am, can you give a little bit clarity about what type of positions do companies typically hire for in this degree in terms of placements in BCA intensive?
So when you are taking up BCA intensive, you will be getting the role of a software developer. We will be putting in the application of the programming languages that you have learned. Now you will be learning C, C++, Java, Python, .NET, you will be learning Android programming. So you can be a developer of either of these things. So you might be a .NET developer, you will be a full stack developer, you will be working on JavaScript. So many programming languages, multiple companies, multiple international companies will be offering you. Multinational companies are going to offer you on different platforms to work. Okay. So that is what you can get, and also the opportunity of a software tester. Now software tester is a person who tests the code that has been built by the developer. So a software tester makes sure that when the final product is developed, you don't end up with a lot of bugs or even a single bug. So a software tester basically figures out all the bugs that are there in the software that the developer has been developed. So these are the few roles to mention, but apart from this, you will have many other roles that you can take up immediately after BCA. And of course, if you want to take up masters, you can write your NIMSET exam and take up masters in one of the top NITs in the country.
So ma'am, as a student again, what are the abilities I will gain if I take up BCA intensive?
After completing the BCA intensive, the abilities you will have is you can analyze a piece of code. You can analyze a piece of code and actually interpret what will be the output of that particular code. and apart from that you will also be able to solve a particular problem. So, you have been given a problem to solve, you can convert that problem into easy steps called algorithm, and from there that algorithm in turn can be converted into a program. So, these are the abilities you will gain as you study your BCA intensive. Fine, that was for BCA intensive. Next, for BCA in CCDS and DS, that is cloud computing and digital science, the abilities you will gain is you will learn how to deploy cloud, how to deploy a cloud, and how you can be able to organize the data in the cloud. So, you might work in Excel, but still not know how to organize the data. So, advanced Excel, you will be learning a few techniques in the advanced Excel, you will be learning Python programming, and you will be learning a lot of data organizing tools in your BCA in CCDS and digital science.
And what are the abilities I will gain if I take a BCA in Internet of Things?
After completing BCA in IoT, the skills that you will have acquired is that you will know how to program the board. Now, for example, if we take up the example of Arduino board, you will know the pin configuration now, and along with that you will be learning the concept called as C programming, and not the normal C programming that you will be learning, you will be learning embedded C programming. So, these the pin configuration of the board and the embedded programming together will be helpful in programming the board, and also by deploying the sensors you will be able to make the sensors work on that board. So, these are the certain skill sets that you will be learning after you graduate your BCA in IoT.
And what are the abilities I will gain as a student if I take a BCA in cloud computing and digital science?
Okay. BCA in CCDS, after graduating BCA in CCDS, the skill set you will be having is you will know how to play around with data. Now, you will be learning the concept of advanced Excel. So, advanced Excel is very much needed when you are learning CCDS. So, what you have to do is you will have to take the data on the cloud, you will have to organize it accordingly, and to do that you will be learning the R technique, which is also one of the important criteria when it comes to data you are playing around with data. So, when you are in your final year of your CCDS program, you will be having all the skills necessary to be called as a junior data scientist. So, these are the skill sets that you will be incorporating in yourself as you graduate in BCA in CCDS.
Thank you very much. And what will be my career options after completing BCom?
Well, sir, after completing BCom, the immediate career opportunity is, as world is known, you will become an accountant. That is the initial opening available for a BCom graduate, and as a BCom graduate gets specialized more in accounting areas, so that is one job opening available immediately in accountant. Apart from that, a person, a student can go for banking sector also by taking the examination prescribed by the bank. They can become an employee of the bank or employee of the insurance company. These are the basic outlets available as soon as they graduate from the BCom. And if they want to get a little bit more specialized in the career option, what they have to do is they can go for a financial risk management, one job option is there. For that they have to do one certification course from the USA, that is called a Risk Profile Assessor Association is there. A course is offered by USA. By taking up that course, they can become a financial risk assessor. And if a person would like to do self-employment after BCom, he can start as a tax practitioner because they study tax papers. So, they can start as an auditor and tax consultant. That is the self-employment opportunity available immediately after BCom.
Sure, sir. And so, what are the career options available after graduating BBA, sir?
Yeah, coming to BBA, students will be more of them will prefer marketing, and there is an elective for finance also. So, again immediately after just BBA, students can go for usually marketing field. More students will be observed in marketing field, where the remuneration is also high and the risk is also high because of the targets. So, one is the marketing area, and the other area is again the finance, coming to accountant. Even BBA students are also eligible to become an accountant, plus they can take up the banking examinations or life insurance corporation or insurance examination. They can start their career as a first division clerks in both these fields, sir.
Thank you, sir. So what are my higher education options after graduating BCom, sir?
Yeah, it's very vast, sir. If you would like to go for higher education in India after degree, we have the streams like MCom, MBA. These are the basic streams available after completing graduation if you would like to pursue higher education. And apart from this, if a person is willing to go abroad, he can take up a MS, that is Masters in Accounting. That is one of the best course available. And also you have Masters in Business Management also is there. So these are the two best options available if a person would like to go abroad and pursue higher education for after graduating from BCom course.
And what are the higher education options available after graduating BBA, sir?
For BBA, after BBA, the right option available for them is a Masters in Business Administration, that is MBA, where students will have specialization for dual specialization is also available. They can take up specialization of finance with HR or finance with marketing. Usually students who complete BCom course will go for MBA, there is one course available. Apart from this MBA, students can go also for MCom after BBA. And if a student would like to pursue course abroad, certainly they can offer a Masters in Business Administration, which is available from vast universities offer this course, but it would be too expensive, but still it's good to have it.
Okay, right, sir. All right, sir. What are the abilities I will gain from doing these courses in BCom?
Abilities in the sense, like after getting graduated from BCom, they will be able to analyze the accounting transactions and also tax implications. That's why I said after BCom, the basic career opportunity is accountant and practicing as a tax consultant. This is the ability they get immediately after degree. They will be well versed with accounting and the taxation papers. So that is a basic ability usually a BCom graduated students will get from the course.
Okay. And what are the abilities I will gain from BBA, sir?
From the basic course offered by the university BBA, once you get my student gets graduated from BBA course, they will be able to see the world in the perspective of the specialization. Like if they get specialized in marketing, they will be good enough to market the products. So as you know, marketing is a very vast area. Whatever the field is, including education, marketing is a must. So students will be absorbed very much in this marketing area. As I observed, majority of the students will have ability to market anything given after this BBA. Plus, say 25% of the students who get graduated from after BBA, they will have ability about the finance and the accounting areas.
Sure, sir. Right, sir. What are the skills I will develop, sir, by doing this course in BCom?
Actually, the skills to say it's a very elementary skill they will get. So they will get the skill of only book writing. That is what we call as a bookkeeping and accounting. There is a basic skills they get. But if they need to get advanced skills in the same area, they had to pursue higher education, because BCom would be not good enough to acquire more skills, but still they will get skills in the basic areas of accounting and the taxation, and they will have enough skill to file the returns of income of the taxpayers. So a BCom graduate will be skillful to handle the auditing aspects and also the filing of returns, and auditing of the forms can also be done by a BCom graduate because they specialize in the accounting area, so that they will have skills to analyze and see the recording of the books, recording of the transactions, and they can go up to finalization of the accounts, they can file the returns. So these are the two major areas where they develop skills after studying the BCom course.
And the skills that I will develop while doing BBA, sir?
Again, as I said in the previous question related to the ability, the BBA graduates will be skillful in finance areas and in marketing areas. These are the two basic areas where they get skills.
So, what are the major areas of study during the course of a student doing BCom, or maybe even after that?
Sir, while doing the BCom course, the major area of study is tax, then accounting, cost and management. These are the basic areas they cover. Apart from this, they cover a little bit about the auditing also. So, these are the basic areas where a BCom graduate will get exposed during his graduation. Based on this only, I answered your previous question. Because of this, he will get skill in doing accounting, recording of the books, and he will get the skill to do tax aspects. So, these are the basic areas that a student covers during BCom graduation. Post graduation, that is after completing his BCom, the areas are vast, like if he would like to become a professional in accounting, he can go for CA, where he gets specialized in accounting areas and taxation. And if a BCom graduate would like to get more specialized in a law area, he can go for a CS, that is company secretary, where he gets specialized more of the law matters connected to a business. And if he would like to get specialized in a management and cost area, CMA is a course, that is management and cost accounting area, where they can, so that the basic elements what they study in a degree, they can enlarge it and they can get specialized in each area. So, we have all these three basic professional courses where a student will get enlarged about his knowledge in that particular area and get specialized in that particular segment. So, that as you know, every business is having major segments: accounting, tax, then cost, management. So, that if he focuses himself after graduation in that particular area, definitely he will have a career as well as study in that particular specialized areas.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. And so, what are the major areas of study during BBA and after BBA?
Sir, BBA is another intensive course. Like in BBA, student will get familiar with most of the business administration areas. Like they will study management principles. That's the basic thing, like how to manage the business. They'll study about marketing. They study about the finance, and also a bit of accounting. Since BBA graduates are not a part of accounting area, they get more specialized in this marketing and the finance, are the two basic areas, plus HR to some extent. So, post MBA, again they have the same three areas of specialization, that is in finance, marketing and the HR. So, three areas where they can, and HR is the most important thing where we count for the resources in every organization. A student who is focusing on HR will get specialized in recruitment areas and as well as the finance and the marketing, the most wide fields where the business BBA students will graduated. After graduation, they will get specialized in these basic areas. Apart from that, again accounting is another thing they add, but the three of course post MBA, post undergraduation, they have dual specializations also, where a student can learn both HR and finance, or marketing and finance. Dual specializations areas available. They can enlarge their knowledge on these two areas after BBA, sir.
Okay, sir. So, what type of positions do companies typically hire for in this degree in terms of placements for BCom students, basically?
So, specifically after being graduated from university, from the BCom area, commerce, what we call as, the typical areas where they will be hired is for the job of an accountant. That is a basic area you can look for. Apart from that, you can also be hired for the post of a manager. Then, since these commerce students are not much specialized in the area of marketing, they cannot go for that area. They can also be hired by MNCs for the tax areas and also for BPO post. So, these are the usual designations that a student of a graduated from BCom can expect. So, in the lower areas, but if you want to get again job profiles in higher areas, lot of designations are available, lot of openings are available, but not for a student who got just stopped with a BCom graduation.
Okay, okay. Right, sir. And what type of positions do companies typically hire for the degrees in terms of placement for BBA students? Sir?
For BBA, just BBA completed students can definitely go for as a marketing manager or as a finance manager of a lower cadre, not of a higher cadre. So, openings are available true in these areas, and also they are eligible to get hired as a HR manager. But I ask students to add some more certification courses and post graduations with this to go up in the ladder of placements.
Yes, sir. What will set them apart from other students if I take this course, BCom?
Again, the two basic areas available for us is BCom and BBA. What makes me different from a BBA student is the area I would like to get specialized. That is again commerce, all commerce related, maybe banking, insurance, accounting, tax. These are the areas where I set apart myself as an outstanding when compared to other graduates. And again, if you look the same from the perspective of a management student, so they set apart and they will be distinguished from the area of the commerce, and they will get specialized in the area of the related subjects like finance and marketing. That is how they get two major deviations.
All right, sir. And what will set me apart from other students if I take BBA as a course?
I hope answered in the previous along with, because it was a related question. Okay. How I get distinguished from BCom is by taking to this. So, if you take this course, vice versa, if you take this course as a BBA, you will get distinguished, and you are in the path of getting specialized in the area of marketing, finance and HR only. So, you are not fit for the accounting areas. So, this is the way we distinguish and set goals for the students of BCom and BBA.
Okay, some examples of subjects and concepts that I will study in BCom course, sir.
So, to name a few in BCom, the few subjects like auditing is a very important subject where one has to study for the reason everyone should get their books of accounts audited. So, here we learn the basic concepts of auditing, why auditing is needed. And the other major area is accounting, where we learn a lot of accounting connected to, we have accounting for a sole trader, accounting for partnership, accounting for corporate sectors. So, different types of accounting areas students will learn the skills of writing the books, but they do not learn the process of writing the books. They will see how the final accounts look like and how to manage at the end of the recording sessions, how to manage the finalization of the accounts they learn. The other area they study is the cost accounting, as the cost is most important factor. Whatever product you select on the earth, it has a cost. So, here they learn how to compute the cost and how to ascertain the cost of a product and how to control the cost. To some extent they study, but not with the specialization. And the other area is a management accounting. So, accounting has three broad areas: financial accounting, marketing, the management accounting and the financial accounting. All these areas students will throw light on all these areas in BCom, sir.
So, some example of subjects and concepts that I will study in BBA, sir, BBA course.
Okay, in BBA again students will focus on the marketing and also as to some extent on business research methodologies and management principles and practices, and the finance, that is there is one good paper called investment portfolio and management, where student will learn how to go with the stock market, and stock market related papers are there in finance. So, merger and acquisitions, all this will throw some light to the students in BBA, and some of the highlighted papers the students study in BBA apart from the other regular subjects.
Right, sir. And as a student, what should I focus in during my UG course for BBA?
Coming to focus for the students, they had to focus on the learning basic concepts, because this undergraduation we touch all the papers. So, and also we learn the basic concepts in each paper. That's a funda for them to go for higher studies, or if you would like to take up a career also, they play a very important role. So, a student has to focus on learning all these fundamentals from the experts available in the college without wasting the time for other aspects, but better they focus these 3 or 4 years available for them in learning the basic concepts. And also better I advise the students to do along with the degree some certification courses which adds to the degree offered by the university, so that they can open up for the jobs immediately, so the market will catch them up if they are more specialized with certification courses.
Right, sir. What do we look for in students when we grant them admission in this college, sir? For BCom basically.
When we want to give admission to the students of BCom, the focus should be on the interest of the student, and the focus should be on the percentages what the students got, because I believe percentage counts or the score counts whenever a student should enter into a course. And the other area where the college has to focus by taking the students is their attitude of learning and their interest for learning the subjects, and the enthusiasm to become more professional in this area need to be counted before taking admission of students to the class or to the college.
And what do we look for in students when we grant them admission in the X college for BBA students?
BBA. So, while interviewing the students for a BBA course, better we focus on are they really interested in managing the business. So, either they might be self-employed, they might have their own business, their parents' business. In fact, this BBA course adds to their dad's business. So, if a student is really interested to manage the business of his own or of somebody else, they should have that zeal to join the course. Just joining for a BCom or BBA just for doing for the sake of completing the degree would not be enough. So, zeal or enthusiasm in the student to complete the course and to learn the things offered in the course should be seen before taking up a student to the college.
Right. So, what type of students in terms of interest, behavior or academics should take up this course as a BCom student?
Sir, in terms of interest speaking here, 2 types of interest we can observe, like a student taking up the course in order to develop their own inherited business, and a student taking up the course with the interest of improving the business of others. So, here we should look into the interest of the students in the sense what kind of dedication they have, for what purpose they are coming to the course has to be seen. And also the students who are coming to the BCom course should have an interest in developing their own ideas, because BCom is such a course where a student definitely will get an idea of doing lot of things on his own. As you know, the government is now open up for Make in India. So, a student who completes this course should join this course with an intention to contribute something to the country. So, such behavioral students definitely fit for the course.
Right, sir. So, what type of students, again in terms of interest, behavior and academics, should take up this course, BBA?
So, coming to BBA, it's more of a communication area, because business people, whether in a business field, lot areas are there where communication is more important, and a student who is more innovative in the way of communication, developing the communication skills, or who is interested to manage the business, or who is interested to take up the opportunity of taking care of the finance of a business, can prefer this BBA course.
So, what are the career options immediately available after graduating from the specialization course of Communication and Media Management, sir?
So, well, the career opportunities which are available for this, that is communication and media management, is like business reporters, we have the copywriters, the editors. So, like this we have different in television sectors, in television medias, print medias, so the editors. So, like this we have different areas where the lot of opportunities are there, career opportunities are there for the students who finish their graduation after the BBA.
Sure, sir. And what are the career options available immediately after graduating from the specialization course of modeling and fashion management, sir?
So, well, there the career options are like they can opt for immediately, they can start their own business, they can become the own entrepreneurs of their business, and they can even have the event management, they can start the event management, then they can have the quality control. So, like this lot of things are there which is available for the fashion industries. So, they can have their own industry, fashion industries, modeling they can start up with. So, they can come up with lot of career options in this.
Right, sir. So, what are my higher education options after graduating from the specialization course, CMM, Communication and Media Management?
So, higher education is in the sense like they can have or they can opt for the MBA in the specialization course, like fashion designing, as well as in the communication sectors. So, they have the certification courses, diploma courses, PG diploma courses also they have.
So, what are my higher education options after graduating from BBA, Modeling and Fashion Management?
So, the higher education options for the students who are opting this BBA in that is in fashion modeling and fashion management is they can opt for the MBA in fashion designing, then certification courses in the PG diploma courses, as well as the PG certification courses also in that particular field.
And so, what are the abilities I will gain in modeling and fashion management, sir?
The students will be able to gain lot of knowledge because they will be in the classroom, they will be given a lot of theory work as well as the projects are given. So, in that they will gain lot of knowledge and skill where they will be able to impart, they can come up with their own what do you call the as an entrepreneur.
And what are the abilities I will gain in BBA in Communication and Media Management, sir?
Well, in communication media management, the students are they'll be getting a lot of knowledge in the field of like anchoring, or they can become copywriters. Then they'll be able to give a lot of communication skills will be there. So they'll be having a lot of knowledge and skill about that particular field which they have taken up, including the reporters as a reporters, and even they can take up like they can start the journalism part if they are interested. So editors, so like this they will be coming up with their own and they can become professional and specialized in that particular areas.
Right, sir. So, what are the skills I will develop in while doing this BBA in modeling and fashion management?
As I told you that they can start their own entrepreneurship, they can conduct the events, a lot of events that is in fashion areas, then they can start up their own companies, big reputed companies, or the fashion entrepreneurs, designers. So, like this they can have a lot of skills in that particular field.
Right, sir. And the skills that I will develop in BBA in Communication and Media Management, sir?
In media management, the skills is they will gain a lot of knowledge, especially like in the communication sectors. So, if I am very well in good at communication skills, then easily I can get a job after my graduation. So, even the media, if I am a very good writer, a very good anchor, so it will help me out in my future.
So, what are the major areas of study in BBA modeling and fashion management, sir?
So, the major areas of studies, that is the papers which the students study in this particular course, that is in fashion and modeling management, is like we have the fundamentals of fashion management along with the principles of modeling we have. Then we have also the fashion merchandising along with modeling management, then fashion marketing management courses, then organizational behaviors, then supply chain management we have, then fashion retail management, along with fashion trends and forecasting, public relation managements, so fashion journalism. So these are the various subjects where the students study in this particular course.
Right, sir. And what are the major areas of study in BBA in communication and media management, sir?
Major areas where the students study in this particular course is like we have the business computing, then business accounting, as well as business communications. Then we have the media and culture, community services, marketing management, human resource management, that is HR. Then also advertising and sales promotion courses, that is subject. Then research methodology. Then we have the digital communication, as well as what do you call the event management. So like this, there are other lot of subjects which they study.
So what type of students in terms of interest, behavior, academics should take up this course like BBA in modeling and fashion management?
Well, see, as we all know that the BBA of modeling and fashion management degree, it is more generally accessible to everyone, and along with that it attracts many types of students who are having like people who are interested in fashion, then latest industry trends, as well as with retail designing and creative modeling, marketing works. Then also people who are like more in interested in modeling, then also in photography and videography photo shoots. So those kind of students also are very much applicable also, and they are able to take up this particular course, along with students who want to work like with lot of luxury and high education or fashion business.
Right, sir. And what type of students in terms of again interest, behavior and academics should take up the course like BBA in communication and media management?
Well, sir, now if for example, if I am interested in writing a script, so I can opt for this particular course, as well as if I am very much interested in going as a reporter, in a press reporter or as an editor, so I will be able to offer this particular course. So likewise, where the lot of skills you have, talents you have in particular field, so those are having interest and lot of what you call the skills who are having in that particular area, so those students will be able to take up this particular course.
So what type of positions do companies typically hire for in this degree in terms of placements for students who are graduated from BBA in modeling and fashion management?
Well, sir, there are some prime recruiters who will be hiring these students who have graduated from this particular course. Like they will be giving a placement like in international clothing and fashion brands like Nike, Adidas companies, like also Indian clothing and fashion brands, as well as individual designers and fashion retail firms. So these are the various options they have, the career options, as well as in fashion marketing firms also they have the options to get into, as well as along with that they can become like the fashion managers, event managers, then also the HR manager, marketing managers, then brand managers, along with the production managers, retail manager, as well as the e-commercial managers. So these are all the various options, career options which are there in front of the students who finish the graduation after this course.
And sir, again, what type of positions do company typically hire for in this degree in terms of placements for students who have graduated from BBA in communication and media management?
So from the part of communication and media management, students, they have a lot of wide range of prospects, career prospects in front of them. So the candidates can find jobs at various job positions such as a media managers. Then they can also become as a media strategist along with media planners. Then they can also become as a consultant and a media analyst, then event managers, etc. in the media industry. And also they can apply, candidates can also apply for like in various job positions in the news, that is in the news and media firms, like in the production houses, as well as in the websites. Then multinational companies, radio and television, education institutions, digital marketing companies. Like this, we have a lot of various career opportunities for the students who have graduated from the that is communication and media management.
So what will set me apart from other students if I take BBA in communication and media management?
So, well, you can easily differentiate the student who has studied or who taken the course in the BBA regular intensive, and you can differentiate along with the student who has taken a specialized course, that is the communication and media management. Here you are going to, in a specialized subject, you are going to learn in depth, and you become more professional in that particular area or in that particular field of that particular subject or that particular area of the specialization. But whereas when you take up a normal student who was taken up a regular BBA, so you will not be having lot of any kind of job opportunities. There is no much job opportunities, and where he can get a job, but not into the specialized industry or a specialized firm or a specialized area. So you will just be a person who has been employed in a company or in a firm or an organization, but whereas a person who has taken up the specialized course, surely he will be with the flying colors, and he will be coming up because he is having his what do you call that, he is specialized in that particular area or in the particular field. So surely he will be able to do lot of good things.
And again, sir, what will set me apart from other students if I take BBA in modeling and fashion management?
So, well, it depends upon the interest of the student, sir. Now, for example, if I am very much interested and I want to become an entrepreneur in my own career where I am interest in that particular, for example, it may be a modeling or it may be in a fashion industry or in a fashion as a designer. So, where you can show that you are something unique than a normal, that is a regular intensive student. So, you have created your own industry, you have created your own skills, you have a lot of skills in you, talents in you. So, you are coming out with your own talents and skills when you compare with the regular student, that is in the intensive student.
So, could you give me some examples of subjects and concepts that I will be studying in BBA in modeling and fashion management?
Well, sir, the papers or the subjects which the student studies under this specialization course, which is the modeling and fashion management, such as they have three kinds of courses they are going to study. That is, we have the compulsory papers, then we have the audit, that is disciplinary specific courses, that is the core subjects, along with the audit courses. So, here under the compulsory papers we have the languages which the student studies, such as it may be the English, then along with that the regional languages, it may be like Kannada, Hindi or French, which the student opts for. Then along with that some environmental studies is there, it is a compulsory subject for the students, as well as the Constitution of India. So, like these are some of the compulsory subjects which a student has to study. Along with that, he has to also study discipline specific courses or the subjects we say. So, such as it may be like fundamentals of fashion management, then principles of modeling, then along with that we have the modeling management courses, then fashion design thinking, organizational behaviors, like this. And apart from this, they are also having the audit courses, such as it may be like Tally, then we have the Excel. So, they need to learn all this because they need to do the designing part and all in the Tally, as well as that is in the Excel sheets, right. So, the diagram, pictures, everything. So, the stock market, GST, so like this communication, digital marketing. So, all these are the other subjects that comes under the audit courses.
So, what are some examples of subjects and concepts that I will be studying in BBA in communication and media management?
So, well, the students who had opted this particular specialization course, that is the communication and media management, they will be studying the syllabus, that is, it is, as I told you, that is for 3 years, and now it is in NEP, it is 4 years. So, along in this course of line, they will be studying, that is the introduction to management and leadership courses. Then we have the business economics. So, it will be like in first year, second year we have the business economics, along with the business mathematics, financial managements, right. Then also they will be studying the business communication, business computing, then brand management, so which is very important. So, then also the communication theories along with event management. So, like this there are various other courses which they will be studying in this particular specialization course.
And as a student, what should I focus on during my UG course if I am taking BBA in modeling and fashion management.
So, even here the same thing applies as the other specialized courses which I told you. So, it says that main is the concentration and the focus should be on the subjects which he has opted for, because he is not a normal student where he has taken up the regular intensive course, because it is a totally specialized course where he need to concentrate and gives lot of attention, more attention towards that particular course, because only when he shows that interest, when he comes out with the skills and knowledge, so he has to use his own skills and talents. So, taking the what you call the help from the faculties in the classroom and what are the career opportunities he wants to take into or he has to go. So, he needs to concentrate on that particular subjects, and surely that will be helpful for him in his future career.
So lastly, what do we look for in a student when we grant them admission in this college, especially for students who are aspiring in BBA in communication and media management?
So, the things which you want to take into consideration when you give an admission, surely like you have to see whether that particular student is having an interest in that particular field or not. So, just for the sake of the fun, or just for the sake of friends, that he is taking a subject, even I want to go for that. But when he is not having that interest or the talents in him, surely that will not help him out. Surely he cannot make up that particular course, or he cannot be able to be a very good what you call the person when he comes out or after finishing his graduation. So, the main thing is the institutions has to see that, or the college which provides admission should first take or give a very good counseling to that particular student and find out is what you call the interest in that particular subject, and accordingly they need to give the admission.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. In closing, I would like to thank all the parents present here. Thank you so much for coming and making this a great success for us. And thank you VSK sir, thank you Amrin ma'am, and thank you George sir.